Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor of the State of West Virginia, Patrick Morrisey.
Nick, you've outdone yourself. What a crowd this morning. This is wonderful. I want to start out, unfortunately, on a somber note. At 7:37 a.m. this morning, unfortunately, we identified the body of Stephen Lipscomb, who was at the mine in Nicholas County. And I want to take a moment in silence because I know that all West Virginians are praying for the family and for all the colleagues. People worked tirelessly to try to find him. About 6+ in the morning, they were able to start to get through the high water. And 7:37, unfortunately, that's when this information came up. So I want to start, it's unfortunately very somber, but let's all take a moment of silence to remember our brother, our fellow West Virginian, and someone who did so much for his company and his community. Denise and my prayers go out to the family and to everyone who knows this man. And I want to thank everyone for all of the work they did this past week when all West Virginians came together. I'd also have another announcement before we get to the Energy Summit. It's chock full of announcements today. This is a more positive one. Last night, President Trump signed the government reopening bill back into law. This is significant because as of today or first thing tomorrow, all of the SNAP recipients will have full November benefits on their card, period. So that means that what we've been doing over the last number of weeks, where we've put $13 million out to the food banks, we've activated the Guard, we've been involved helping every West Virginian in need of it to make sure no one goes hungry. We had a system where no one goes hungry. That matters in West Virginia. And I want to thank everyone involved for the successful effort over the last 13 days because, once again, West Virginians came together. So many people stepped up. They volunteered. They donated. And West Virginians didn't go hungry. Our system worked. Now, those recipients get full monthly benefits beginning today. So that's unprecedented. That usually doesn't happen. And so we're still going to look forward to working with the food banks and everyone. But I think that's some good news. And when we know the exact minute that the benefits come online, we'll let you know. But I was on the phone with our Human Services Secretary right before coming in. And he's on the phone with the contractors, and they're working hard this morning to make sure that the resources are lined up in the bank so we can load up the card. So I'm going to say conservatively, today or tomorrow at the latest, the SNAP benefits will flow. And now I get to say, good morning and welcome to the 2025 Governor's Energy Summit. Just a few months ago, I stood before many of you, and I was up in Wheeling, and we announced the framework of a comprehensive energy policy, the first of its kind in the history of West Virginia. I stood before you. I told you we were going to do some pretty ambitious things. I set forth a pretty aggressive 50 by 50 generation plan with the goal of increasing our current baseload generation from 15.9 gigawatts to 50 gigawatts by the year 2050. That would more than triple our current capacity. Now, I know some of the reactions there were, wow, there's no way they can do that. This is crazy. We knew that this was an achievable plan. Now, I'm not here to announce 50 gigawatts of energy today, okay? Sorry to spoil it. That's the spoiler alert. But I am here to tell you that the work we're doing, focusing on the fundamentals of improving West Virginia's economy, is coming along and coming along well. We know back in the summer at the Chamber event, we talked a lot about the new approach we're having for economic development and CapEx. And since the beginning of my administration, we've been working overtime on fundamentals. How you ensure that your tax rates are going to be more competitive with all the states that you touch. We're going to have more on that over the next month. How to make sure that a regulatory system, first of its class in the country, we cut red tape faster than any other state in the country. Period. Full stop. Pretty darn good. And how do you invest in your workers, your workforce of the future? That's what we're working on. And when we talked about our energy plan, we talked about the importance of baseload energy and building out coal and gas and nuclear. We have unlimited opportunity and possibility right here in West Virginia, and I'm glad to be here today and share a lot of that with you. We also announced up in Wheeling the development of our transmission plan. That's going to be a blueprint for how we're going to move power from point A to point B all across West Virginia, and ultimately allowing West Virginia to serve as the battery of the East Coast, providing the energy resources that PGM needs, but also that the country needs in order to compete with China for data supremacy. That energy demand is off the charts, and West Virginia is going to fulfill that demand. Now, we know sometimes people take our reliable energy for granted, and they always assume there's going to be a power switch to flip on. But that may not always be the case, and that's why we've been so forceful pushing for this plan on generation, on transmission, and also on security as well. We saw what happened a couple years ago when the cyber attacks went by. We have to look at all of those components. We have a lot of work in front of us. In the upcoming months, you'll keep seeing more efforts on a coal strategic development plan, a national gas strategic development plan, a nuclear strategic development plan. To meet the 50 by 50 target, we're going to have to leverage all of our energy resources and develop each of them to their maximum potential. And one point, it's not in my speech, but I say it all the time, there is room at the end for all forms of energy. And that's important for everyone to know. You know, a lot of times there's competition back and forth, and competition is good. But there is so much room for growth and strength, and West Virginia is so well positioned nationally to lead. And that's what we're going to do. And the announcements you're going to hear today, by the way, they are the tip of the iceberg. We tried to get a few more on the list for today. Unfortunately, some may wait till next week or the week after. But oh, you better believe we got big things coming. And I feel really good about it. We're getting to the 1 yard line on some other announcements that are going to be really spectacular. But we're making huge progress. And it's by working on the fundamentals, not throwing money on the wall, hoping it's going to stick, because you had $4 billion of money coming from the feds. We're going to do this right, and we're going to make sure that this is an enduring level of prosperity that all West Virginians can benefit from. Now, I know when I give speeches about energy, I talk about the energy statistics we have and why West Virginia is so well positioned to lead. And I said that we're going to be leading on energy policy. But it is something different to actually see it right in front of you, to be accountable, and to make sure you know that we're not just hot air. I don't announce things unless they're going to happen. I want you guys to get used to that. All right? This isn't about hey, we got all these billions of dollars. No, everything we're doing is highly vetted, and it's going to continue. Our energy plan is no longer aspirational. It's very realistic, and it's no longer about the future, about what we're going to do, what we plan to do. It's already starting what we've done right now, and we're thrilled. So today, I stand before you just within 2 months of that announcement, so I'm accountable. And I assure you, we've been taking action every single day. I want to commend, by the way, Nick Preservati. This guy does great work in the Office of Energy. Let's give him a round of applause. I recognize we have a number of our cabinet officials. We've got Matt. We've got Charlotte Lane, the head of the PSA. Let's give Charlotte a hand. And I'm sure I'm missing people, but I will say this. We have so many people that are working hard every single day. And this is really thrilling. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is just walk through a number of the announcements that we have. But as I do it, you're going to start to see something, and I want people to remember this. The goals that we have aren't just for the quick fix of the press release, right? They're for enduring economic strength. And that you're going to see that theme captured within. All right, let's start with the first announcement. Where is it? Who's our master? The first couple you're going to see. You've seen these before, but you're going to build on a theme. Huh? Yeah. I just want to go through. We've announced 2 of these, but I want to emphasize them. First one I want to talk about is diversified. We announced that last month. And this plan involved a $70 million investment and contemplates, actually it's many thousands of wells over a period of time. You have the first round going up to 2046, and then it dramatically expands. But this is really good. What excited me about this announcement is that I get to look at the kids all across West Virginia, and I get to tell them they're going to be really good, high-paying jobs available for them. And we're doing something good. This is where the environment and economic development come together. We have a chance to be able to say we're going to plug all these wells, and these jobs are going to be sustainable because it's a 20-year plan. So we can look at folks and say, you're going to make approximately $75,000 or more a year. There'll be 50 to 100 jobs, and that's just the beginning. My goal is to replicate that for all companies similarly situated. That'll end up being worth hundreds of jobs. We think that's a really good idea. And it allows us, once again, to go into the schools and say, these are jobs you know are going to be available in the future. I emphasize that for a reason. Everything here can't be about the quick fix. Throw money at it. Hope that it gets you a good press release. It's got to be about the fundamentals. That's what we're working on. That allows us to go to the schools. That allows us to go and talk to our kids. So I'm excited about that. It's energy security, it's environmental stewardship, it's economic development, all wrapped in one. Let's go to the next one. You saw this one last week, and we're going to get to some other fun ones, but we've been working with First Energy for a long time, and I'm really excited about this announcement because this represents a major step forward in terms of our energy development capacity, and I'm thrilled about it. $2.5 billion, and I'm told that's just scratching the surface, right? A lot of construction jobs. Those are really big. We're going to have more construction jobs going into the 2030s. These are really good paying jobs. And I want to add something. We have no state funds here. I don't know if we had on the other. No state funds on the other. You're going to see a theme here. It's important. We're working on the fundamentals, and people are doing this because they see West Virginia's economic renaissance, and they know it's a good place to invest. They see the regulatory climate getting better and better and better. I want to thank First Energy for its leadership and what it's doing, and this is incredible, and this is going to help drive 50 by 50. Let's go to the next one. Okay. I don't think, no, go to the next one. Can you go back? I'm sorry. Yeah, go to the, that's off. I'm sorry, there's an error in the slides. Go to the next one. All right. One of the things we're doing, I'm sorry, I may have messed up on the slides, but I can do it in my head. So let me walk you through what we're doing. I went through the first two. Now I'm going to go to something else. Because we want all forms of energy to be successful, we're working closely with the gas industry. We're working very closely with the coal industry. And we're going to be doing a lot of work with nuclear to make sure that all these forms of energy are going to be successful. I think the slide that's up right now, I think it is the last one, won't you? I'm sorry. What the slide should say, if it does, is 1.44 million of investments that we're hopeful will happen. What we're doing is we're working with the Trump administration to extend the reasonable, useful life of coal plants out. And we've submitted applications, and we're working closely with them, with our partners, with AEP, with First Energy, Dominion, and others, to make sure that the changes we need to see with the turbines, with the steam pipes, with many other parts of the plants, that we pour those investments in, and we're going to make huge progress. We can go to a place where some of these plants that were expected to have their reasonable useful life finish at 2035 can be extended out to 2050. That's a pretty important thing. So we've now been interacting with the Trump administration on that, and this is big. So we're pushing for resources, and President Trump's already announced that he has a $625 million fund, and it's going to grow beyond that. We're thrilled about that, because if you want to get to 50 gigawatts, you have to be in a position to keep coal moving forward and keep that in place. We're going to do that, and I'm excited about that. And I think what the Trump administration is saying is that's a priority for them too. So be on the lookout on this over the course of the next few weeks, but I wanted to let people know that is in with the Trump administration. It's exciting, and it's yet another big development. Let's move on to the next one. All right, this is a fun one because as we're looking at all the energy capacity, we know that we also have to look out for manufacturing jobs. That's the future of West Virginia. At this time, I'd like to ask John Chisholm, plant manager of the Bidell Gas Compression Company, to come on stage with me. Where are you, John? Now, established in 1988, Bidell Gas Compression is a recognized industry leader in gas compression solutions. Bidell is located in Weirton, West Virginia, and is committed to growing and investing in West Virginia. I'm pleased today to announce that Bidell is making a $7 million capital investment in West Virginia, $1 million of which is a performance-based loan from the state. This investment's going to create 80 new manufacturing jobs in the Northern Panhandle. John, I welcome you to say a few words about this wonderful news.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Bidell has been proud to invest in West Virginia since 2016, and we're truly excited to take this next step by expanding our footprint with this new facility. This growth represents more than just an investment in infrastructure. It's an investment in the people and communities of West Virginia. On behalf of everyone at Bidell, I want to extend our sincere thank you to Governor Morrisey, the state of West Virginia, Brooke and Hancock County, the Business Development Office, and the town of Weirton for their incredible support they've shown Bidell, both today and over the last few years. It truly has been a partnership over the past 8 years, and we look forward to continuing to grow together for many years to come. Excuse me. We're especially proud of the local talent that has driven our success there, and this expansion will allow us to create even more good jobs and opportunities across the state. We're honored to be part of West Virginia's continued growth story, and we look forward to building an even stronger future together. Thank you.
Thank you. John, thank you very much. We're excited to keep working with you. Now we have another fun one. I'd like to ask Lee Lampton and Chris Patrick from Ergon to join me up here on stage. Lee is one of the owners of Ergon, and he was telling me about his father yesterday when I met with him, and Chris is the CEO. This one's exciting because Ergon's been a great partner in West Virginia. They're a family-owned company. They're built to serve industries that are essential to global manufacturing and infrastructure. For over 7 decades, they've been delivering innovative products and service solutions from locations across the globe, including from its refinery in Newell, West Virginia. Ergon's been committed to West Virginia for decades, but now is doubling down on that commitment. And once again, what's exciting about this is you start to see the investment coming in and the jobs. These are really good paying jobs. I'm not getting a quote on this, but we were talking about these are jobs over $100,000 a year, some 115, 125 jobs. That's great. We are so thrilled to keep building on the partnership that we have with you because you're doing so many important things. You're going to be freeing up new capacity. You're going to be creating good jobs. And you're also going to be partnering with us on our Power Tech initiative. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. That's our workforce program I announced last year at the State of the State. That's meant to be top of the line at the intersection of technology and energy. And I'm pleased that Ergon is going to participate in that. Lee and Chris, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. So on behalf of the Ergon family and Lee and his brothers, our owners, I just want to thank Governor Morrisey for his leadership. I think this is a great example of what can happen when, the business community and our state, local, and federal leaders, when they promote a very healthy business environment. It's exciting. Lee and his brothers, I think from the beginning of our company, they've always thought long-term. We think about the long-term impact on our customers and the communities and our employees. And so we're excited. This investment is another example of that, where we're investing in reliability, safety, flexibility in terms of the raw materials that we bring into the area. And so when you think about that, it's just going to strengthen the facility. There's 240, 250 jobs directly at that refinery. This will add another 25. There's probably 500, I would estimate, in that region that ultimately support our facilities. And so, again, we're just excited. And I'll say this too about the PowerTech investment. It's yet another example. Our mission: meet needs, support families, serve customers. So I like to think about it in terms of a rising tide lifts all boats, and that's exactly an example. When we collectively invest in the people in these communities, and it just does so much for the state, for our businesses, and we're just excited to be a part of that. So thank you so much.
So much, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's wonderful. These are great investments, and I like to emphasize, regardless of the size, these are wonderful things for West Virginia. But we are not done yet. Can I please have Lee Davis, the CEO of Kindle Energy, Bilal Khan and Kristen Nevins, Senior Managing Directors of Blackstone, come up. And also David Arnold of GE Verona. Please come on up. Kindle Energy currently manages and operates 9.4 gigawatts of generation located in 6 states, soon to be 7. Blackstone is the world's largest alternative asset manager with more than $1 trillion in assets under management. GE Vernova's technology, which includes 7,000 gas turbines, helps generate approximately 25% of the world's electricity. I want to note that I was proud to go up and visit Blackstone, spent a little bit of time with them in May, and we've been trying to make sure that all of these many initiatives are making progress. I'm pleased today to announce that these entities have partnered to bring an additional 625 megawatts of another gas-fired power plant to Harrison County, West Virginia. That's applause. It's good stuff. This is going to require another $1.2 billion investment in Harrison County, and it's going to start by creating over 800 construction jobs, permanent jobs as well. This is terrific. We are building capacity, as I promised, If we say it, we're going to do it. That is something to live by. I also want to mention, I'm fond of this, this project will require no new financial contribution from the state. Lee and Bilal, would you like to say a few words, please?
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor Morrisey, for your leadership on this issue. I know that creating a welcoming environment for business that makes projects like this possible is a critical priority for your administration. We also want to thank GE Vernova, who's been an incredible partner in helping make this day a reality. My name is Bilal Khan, and I'm a partner at Blackstone, one of the world's largest investment firms. And thank you for coming to visit us in May. I told you we'd get it done.
Thank you.
We're thrilled to announce this $1.2 billion investment in West Virginia to build the state's first ever natural gas power generation facility. This investment is expected to create over 800 local construction jobs and also ignite additional local economic development. Energy powers our economy in West Virginia and throughout the country. And it's critical that we meet the growing demand for electricity required to drive growth and innovation. It's vital for economic competitiveness, and Blackstone is proud to be part of rising to meet that challenge right here in West Virginia and beyond. And with that, I'll hand it over to my friend Lee Davis.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Bilal. Thank you, Governor. My name is Lee Davis. I'm CEO of Kendall Energy, and our role in this project was to partner with GE. So, David Arnold, congratulations to you. David's been at this for quite some time, and our role is to complete the development, which is done, and we are in the middle of construction now. So this project's been under construction for about 3 months. So congratulations to you all. We're so excited, and I'm completely grateful to the state of West Virginia for hosting us here and having an environment where this project can be successful. So thank you, Governor. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to seeing the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting on this thing in a few years after construction is over. Thank you.
Thank you. So we've been a little busy, but there's going to be more. We had a number of projects we were working to get announced by today. You can't control the timing of really big announcements coming, we think, over the next 30 to 60 days. It's pretty exciting, but these are just 5 projects since October 16th. I want to thank our economic development team, our energy office, and all the folks who've been working tirelessly over the last year to make it happen. You have a lot of skeptics, who want to do things the way they were done in the past. We are not going backwards. West Virginia is going to soar, and we're going to do it based on the fundamentals. And all these people that are talking about, oh, this is not how you do it. No, this is the right way to do it. West Virginia is going to leverage its energy resources, and we're going to grow. We know that there's almost an insatiable demand for energy across the globe. Why shouldn't West Virginia step up? That's what we're doing. More than 1.8 gigawatts of new baseload generation announced in the last 30 days. More than 4,200 jobs. And nearly $4.2 billion worth of new investments in West Virginia. Now, all this has been announced, and this is just with $1 million coming from state funds. How do you like that? I think that's positive. And even those funds are scheduled to get repaid. We have the energy, we have the policies, and the workforce to attract businesses to West Virginia. Things are really on the rise. This is our comeback story. And over the next month, whether it's the announcement of data centers, whether it's the announcement related to coal, we've got some good news coming on that front, or gas, and some of our future discussions with the Trump administration on nuclear, we're going to keep breaking news, and we're going to keep growing as a state. I was really excited to come to this Energy Summit today because I look out at this audience and I see the job producers, the job creators. We're doing that here in West Virginia, and we're drawing significant investment at levels the state's never seen before. So, Nick, I had asked you a question. I'm going to put you on the spot, right? So, Nick, the $4.2 billion, how long had it taken historically to get that number? It's a new number, and guess what? It's a small number compared to what's coming. Let me tell you, and once again, we don't just make that up. Big things coming to West Virginia. But step by step, and the announcements come when I can look you in the eye and tell you, this is real, it's not fake. We're done with all that nonsense, done. We have great things on the horizon. I want everyone across the globe to know West Virginia is becoming the energy powerhouse of America. We are America's battery, and we are going to drive our state forward, lift up our standard of living, invest in our citizens, improving educational attainment and the skill sets needed to compete and win this century. That's exciting. So, no more talk about what West Virginia can become. This is the new reality. This is West Virginia. We're going to grow, and we're going to keep working. If anyone here in this room has any idea on economic development, I want you to come in. I want you to meet with our team. I want you to meet with me. Whatever hour of the day, whatever day of the week, we're available. We're working. We win by hustling and outworking people and having really talented team of people that are going to be more responsive, faster than anyone else. That's what we're all about. So I'm thrilled to be here today. I'm sorry with the somber news at the beginning, but I really hope you have a wonderful conference, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the weeks, months, and years ahead. Thank you, and God bless.